Yo, niaje watu wangu, welcome back to another episode, or rather, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Anonymous Team, and today we are going to be looking at who is Reverend Lucy Natasha. Now, many Kenyan or rather social media blogs have termed Reverend Lucy Natasha as the hottest pastor in Kenya and probably in Africa. Now, Reverend Lucy Natasha is the founder and overseer of Prophetic Latter Glory Ministries International, an interdenominational outreach ministry that holds conferences, revivals, and seminars. Lucy was raised up by a single mother because her parents separated and her mom raised her and her siblings. Now, with a nostalgic smile, the gorgeous pastor has revealed before that she is from East Lando. Now, East Lando is the Eastlands or rather eastern side of Nairobi, Kenya, which is famously known to hold most slums in Nairobi, or rather most slums in Kenya, and informal settlements, so to say. Yes. Now, I grew up, in our own words, I grew up in Huruma. That was my life's foundation. You can imagine some of the people I started life with have now been shot. It was difficult growing up. I am a seed of mercy. Looking back, I can say it is by God's grace I made it this far. Now, those are Reverend Lucy Natasha's sentiments on where she came from. Now, just to touch on Huruma, where she came from, it is one of the most riskiest or rather unsafe neighborhoods in Nairobi Eastlands. Now, Reverend Nusi Natasha revealed she could not speak fluently as a child. She stammered quite severely, but she was healed when a man of God prayed for her. This is what she had to say about that. When I was a child, I faced a lot of difficulties. I was a stutterer, so I could not speak clearly. When I was 9 years old, when the stammering I was 9 years old when the stammering miraculously ceased. Now, the evangelist is the firstborn in a family of three, and she has a sister named Shifra and a brother named Shafiq. This is what she said. I always say being a firstborn is not a privilege, it is more of a responsibility. You are a pace setter to your siblings. Our ages are so close, and so we grew up together. Now, Reverend Lucy Natasha grew up in Uruma Eastlands and schooled in Umoja before going for further studies in South Africa. She is a public relations and theology graduate. Reverend Lucy Natasha's journey to the ministry started when a preacher predicted that a prophet would arise from her family. The preacher chose her, pointed at her, upon which her stammering stopped. She was 10 years old when this happened. The prediction came to pass when she was ordained in 2011 at Uruma's Redeemed Gospel Church. She has taken her gospel to places like Doha, Qatar, Leicester, Birmingham, United Kingdom, Malawi, Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia, Rwanda, and other regions. Reverend Lucy Natasha's grandmother was a pastor during her heydays, and her mother is also an ordained reverend. I am a third generation pastor. The calling came when I was too young to understand. Through involvement in church activities, I found my true purpose to serve the Lord, said Natasha. Though she grew up in a religious home, the road to full time ministry was a long one. Actually, my siblings saw the stages I passed through to be a full time evangelist. It is not something which happened instantly, said Natasha. Now, when asked about the number of kids she would like to have, she quickly interjected amidst laughter. This is what she said. It depends with my future husband. That was the time before she was. This was actually before she was married to Pastor Carmen, another prophet Carmen. It depends with my future husband, she said. Considering the current economic times, I would stick with two as my number. The gender of the kids does not matter. Now, at the time of this, or rather, at the time of an interview, Prophet Lucy Natasha was single, but of course, as most of you know, and if you didn't know, she's currently married to Prophet Carmen. Now, Reverend Lucy Natasha received an honorarium. Listen, people, I am African and English is hard. English is very difficult. So Reverend Lucy Natasha received an honorary doctorate of divinity for her outstanding contribution to empowering the body of Christ in Africa and Europe. She is one of the dynamic and influential young preachers to emerge from the continent of Africa in recent years. The Lord used her greatly as she preached at children's crusades, youth meetings, high school rallies, Sunday services, and open air meetings. The call of God in her has never gone unnoticed from an early age. God has always set her as a Christian organization leader in all ages and stages of her life. God used her in all these institutions in a tremendous way that marked a mighty move of God that had never been witnessed in schools, leaving a legacy that still lingers in students and teachers' minds to today. Now, she was born on the 24th of July. The year has never been disclosed. Thank you so much, people of God, for watching this video. I implore you to like, share, and subscribe to this particular YouTube channel. Yes, sir, and God bless you all.